Hi guys, what is up? So today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Steven Universe episodes. Now here's the thing. As I'm recording this, I am in the midst of the series still going on. There's still a lot of new episodes being put out. Things keep changing, things keep revelating, and then my favorite episodes seem to skew a lot. So I think the fairest way for me to gauge this is to do my top, we'll say 5, 10, we'll see how I feel, by season. Because right now it's hard to gauge overall when the show is still going on. The other hard thing about this show is that as storylines unravel themselves, I have a new appreciation for the older episodes that I didn't think I liked as much. So all these opinions are subjective. I could probably make so many of these episodes until the show actually ends, because just my feelings are always changing, and like this show is just playing with my emotions. I don't have to deal with it. I feel like I love each episode in its own way, so it's hard for me to rank them from highest to lowest. So I'm gonna go in chronological order of the episodes as they aired on TV, because I literally just looked at my Hulu list and I like looked through the episodes and I was like, I like this one and this one and this one. Also, just spoilers, if you've never watched Steven Universe before, just go watch it. If you have no intention of watching it but you want to watch this video, cool, that's awesome. But I'm going to be saying spoilers, and it's a season 1 top 10, so if you're not watching season 1 at least by now, I don't know what to tell you, but yes, just some spoilers ahead. So no hate to the other episodes, but one of my favorite ones, like my first favorite ones, was Mirror Gem. I love Lapis Lazuli so much. Oh my god, I think she was one of the first pops I wanted to get, but when I first started getting into pops, I was like, I'm only going to buy pops that I truly want and I truly am into. And Lapis Lazuli, Rose Quartz, and Line were like the first 3 that I was like, I need these. If I'm gonna buy pops, these are the only, but these are the only 3 pops I want. I feel like a lot of people or people who watch the show, I feel like they have a turning point of when they personally got into it and something that hooked them onto it. And I know that Mackenzie Atwood on the Steven Universe podcast says that she shows this episode, or the one after, to her friends because it's like kind of cool. And like I agree, like, you know, some people get like hooked onto like the fusion in Giant Woman, but I feel like Mirror Gem is when I was like, oh my god, we are past the point of a stupid kid show with like Steven getting into all these antics or whatever, and it's like kind of like getting serious, and like, you know, it was like getting freaky, because at first it's like, okay, he has this mirror, it's like with cat fingers, how, you know, he kind of just like messes around with magic and doesn't know how to control it. But yeah, then it starts to freak me out when she was like, help, get me out, or like, I don't know what she was repeating back to Steven exactly.
Yeah, let's bubble it. No! No! What?
But when she did that, I was like, what the hell is going on? And then the mirror breaks and then Lapis just busts out, and I'm like, what the hell is like going on? Because you've never seen a gem before this moment, so it's just like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? My second episode, which is just to follow, is Ocean Gem, because then you really get a look into Lapis and like a glimpse of like what Homeworld is like, and I just love Lapis so much.
Lapis Lazuli! It's me, Steven! Go away before I make you.
I don't know, I think for me, Mirror Gem and Ocean Gem go hand in hand, so because I love one, of course I love the other. I just love Lapis as a character. There's just something about her that just speaks to me. I don't even know what it is, but I think it was a really cute episode, and how like Steven like healed her. I don't know, it's just very, like, I just think that was a turning point for me, that this just wasn't a kid's show anymore. It was like a more serious episode, I guess, and like more relevant to the plot. Everything's related to the plot, but you know, just like obviously relevant to the plot. Next is Island Adventure. I love Island Adventure so much. Like, I think, would I say it's a top 3? Possibly a top 3, definitely top 5 favorite. I think just because I can't deal with guys and how they can't communicate, this episode was just a lot to me, because it's like, I like that Lars was like low-key putting aside his pride or embarrassment or whatever, and was starting to like let himself loose, because I guess, yeah, they're like trapped on an island, you know.
Any late lunch, early dinner yet?
No luck.
But it was just so nice, and I thought it was like just a really sweet episode. And that song, oh my god, I need to do a separate video of my top 5 favorite songs, but that song is so cute. I think I love that song genuinely as like a regular song, like, because like some of them I appreciate as like Steven Universe songs, but like that one I can like, I feel like I can enjoy as just a song, as just like a song. Like, let's listen to a snippet so I don't get copyrighted.
Isn't this such a beautiful night? Whoa, we're underneath the shining stars.
Whoa, why don't you let yourself just be wherever you are? Like, it's such a cute, like, little song. I don't know, I love it so much. I didn't realize how much I love the Lars Sadie ship until I saw this episode. And like, just, I love everything about it pretty much. I like these episodes are turning points, I guess. And to me, those are turning points in like these beach city citizens, you know? Next is fusion cuisine. I don't know what it is I like about this episode so much. I just really like it. If it's like the family dynamic, or maybe I relate because like Connie is like all of my friends who had really strict parents, but also me, but not as much me. Just I have a friend in particular who Connie's parents remind me of, they're like super strict and like, you know, me to know everything you're doing, and you know, she'd be like a low-key liar because she doesn't want her parents knowing certain stuff. Yeah, like I think it was cute. I think I liked how they all came together as Alexandrite for Steven's sake, because that's his family. And even though Connie said she has, what did she call it, a nuclear family, you know, he couldn't just choose one, even though I feel like Pearl was the obvious choice, but whatever. Like, I think it was just cute how they came together, and like it was just, I liked seeing the family dynamic, I guess, because it's like very evident in that episode especially. And you know, seeing the Maheshwarans try to like accept something that's like different from their norm, I suppose. I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on what I love about this episode so much, but it's really fun. And like, yeah, I don't know, I just like them as Alexandrite on like a dinner date. It's just a fun episode, I don't know, about family and like acceptance, I guess. I haven't been counting these off, but I guess number 4 again is like a top 3 without a doubt. Not top 5, top 3. It's line 3, straight to video. My heart, it's just, my heart in this video is so like, it's so sweet and precious. And Rose like loves Steven a lot. She's never met him, but she clearly loves him so much, and she just wants him to be like the happiest little human living his best life. And I think Steven doesn't have a connection to his mother. You know that he wants one so bad, but he's never met her. He doesn't like know her. It's hard for him to make this connection to her when she's just this like alien lady who birthed him and then gave up her being to make him, you know, just casual like life things. You know, this was just like it was him having his moment with his mom that he wants so bad, he's never gotten, and it's just showing. I think it just shows how much Rose loves Steven. It was just a really sweet episode. It was very heartwarming. If you did not get a little bit of feels watching this episode, then I don't know what to say. I have no words.
And I need you to know that every moment you love being yourself. That's me, loving you and loving being you, because you're going to be something extraordinary.
Okay, speaking of, I mean, honestly, there's mostly a theme here with all these episodes I love so much. They're all turning point episodes. I guess this is how you turn points. Number 5, is this 5? Is this 6? I am not even keeping track. Number 6 is the test. You know, when you watch the show, Steven, when you first watch the show, Steven is really irritating and annoying, and I feel like that's what turned me off. But you know, this show obviously is like watching Steven grow up and mature and like take on more responsibilities, being a gem. This episode in particular, even though Rebecca Sugar says that Steven and the Stevens was like kind of his like realization about how annoying he is, kind of like, this just really shows you how he's matured and how he's grown as a character, like character development, you know. And I think it, like, on the flip side of that, it was just really sweet to see. It was just nice to see how the gems were feeling about like Steven, and how they were like worried about like, are we raising him the right way? If Rose was here, she would know what to do, like all that kind of things. It's just, this is really like behind closed doors, how they're feeling, their concerns. And you know, Steven thinks they're just doing this because they don't trust him, but it's like in reality they want him to feel like he's gotta win. And it's just, you know, these like very heartwarming things are what like gets to me and what sticks with me and that I like so much. And you know, like I said, it's like his maturity. Like, he could have been mad and called him out, like, I know what you're doing, whatever. And I was shocked with the way it ended, because he was like, you know, oh my god, it was amazing, I can't believe you did, like, you know, really being the bigger person, I suppose, and like making them feel better versus them trying to make him feel better. And it was just like, I liked it. It was a nice little thing. So I'm gonna describe everything because I don't know how to use my words the way I want to, so I'm just using hand motions and generic words.
There's no way I could have been ready for all that fire and lava and spikes, but I did it! I really did it. You guys are the best.
So number 7 was Rosa Scabbard. So obviously, if you're all caught up with Steven Universe, then you know that it's a pretty gay show. Like, that's just what it is. I don't see it as being gay. I mean, it is, but like I don't see it as being gay because they're just like, you know, it's not that they're just like aliens that like women aliens that just like women aliens. They're just beings, and they're just attracted to, like, you know, all other beings in their species. And you know, like, yeah, the pronouns are like she. Like, it's not that serious in Homeworld, and I like that Rebecca Sugar did that for the show, because, you know, that's like what love is. That's what pansexuality is, according to my coworker. That, like, you know, you don't have to be confined to like male, female. It's just, you know, you love the person because of their personality and their soul and their being. And that's like what Rose Quartz did. Like, Greg is an alien to her, but, you know, she just like loved his personality and, like, you know, the way he lived his life. Like, you know, it's just being in love with the person. Like Lars and Sadie, I didn't really think too hard. Like, I don't read into things super hard the way that like mega fans do, or like stan Twitter does. I just take the show at face value, and, you know, when it comes to me, it comes to me. I don't dig deeper a lot of the times. Rosa Scabbard clearly was like when I saw how deep the relationship really was. I'm not gonna talk too much into it, but I will say I feel like I've always appreciated this episode because I loved seeing Pearl's view of her relationship with Rose. I'm sorry, I'm just getting triggered without trying to like give away too much, but I thought it was just really sweet. And, you know, at this, like, in the first season especially, anything to do with Rose, or honestly anything to do with Rose at all during the whole series, I really love those episodes. I love like learning about her and just seeing more into her, because, you know, she's not alive. This whole show is through Steven's point of view, so it's not like we can just always give a flashback. We only get flashbacks when they're given. It's just, you know, it's always in context of Steven's view. So we only sometimes get views of Rose just because it's from Steven's point of view and she's not around right now, because she can't be around if Steven is, you know, just that's how it goes. But I just like the insight into her and just the relationship that she and Pearl had, and that's why I liked it originally. Now I think this is one of the episodes that I'm saying I like now, because after watching the newer seasons and the newer episodes, my appreciation for certain characters and certain situations have just skyrocketed and increased so much that I'm just like, it makes me appreciate the episode more for what it is. Maybe I'll do a like favorite of all time Steven Universe video, and I'll talk more in depth about it, because I'm talking about this like I've only watched season 1, but yeah, it's hard because this episode I like more just because of what has happened now in the series. I like Pearl and Rose, and they're like, you know, just learning that it wasn't just this is my leader, it's like this is like the love of my life. And it was, I don't know, it was just, it's always these sad episodes, like I said. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if she can see me through your eyes. What would she think of me now?
Beach City Horror Club.
Steven!
I hate Ronaldo. Whenever I rewatch the series, I like skip over like Ronaldo centered episodes. Honestly, that and Cat Fingers, but that's a whole different kind of video. But I don't like him. I have nothing against conspiracy theorists, but he's just not a character I like. And I think a few people in the fandom agree with me. He's just irritating. I don't know, it just feels like he's kind of an inconvenience sometimes, when it's like we don't need more of an inconvenience, like this is just unnecessary. But I will say, I like learning about Lars because he's the kind of person that I just wouldn't like, and I like learning more in depth about him and his life and what really lies beneath him, because he's not just like this jerk character. Like, no one in Steven Universe is one-dimensional. They all have layers, they have more to them, and I like learning Lars's layers to see why he is just the way he is, because there's reasons, and they kind of like slowly build on that. And I like seeing that he had this friendship with Ronaldo, and he kind of just like left him hanging because he just wasn't cool enough, or he didn't want to seem like lame, because like popularity is really important to Lars. And I think that's just a very relatable topic to kind of cover and talk about, because like, yeah, you know, you're like, you can be like best childhood friends with somebody, but then you just outgrow them. And I think that's like cool that they represented that in the show. And I just like seeing their like friendship, and, you know, just the whole, you know, Lars kind of like lets him hanging, and now Ronaldo's all hurt and stuff from like the friendship being over. And it's just, you know, like I said, I like seeing the insight, and though I don't like Ronaldo at all, I just thought it was a very sweet episode. And also, you know, you just see the Lars Sadie's thing pop up with the little jealousy, and like, I don't know, I think this is the only time I liked Ronaldo at the end when he was like, hey Lars, like be cool or something like that. I don't know, I'll just put it in here like the last scene.
Hey, Lars. Take it down a notch.
I hate Ronaldo. But the last, I'm gonna just save this next one for last because I think everyone knows I'm gonna go with this. Anyone in the fandom is gonna know. But we're gonna say number 9 right now is Full Disclosure. To be completely honest with you, I kind of just added one more because I had 9 that I want to talk about, and I was like, I need a 10. Like, there's things and like themes that I like about the episode, like just seeing how like there's all this like weight and burden on Steven's shoulders and how he feels it necessary for him to protect all his like family and friends, and you know, just like misguided maturity, because clearly the way he was approaching things was like the wrong way. You shouldn't be fencing everybody off, you know, he should have been talking to Connie, and you know, he wants to protect his family and friends, and it's maturity but just in, you know, the wrong place, misguided. But honestly, I think I just like this episode more than the other ones because of the song.
I don't want that for you.
I just really like this part with the ringtone. I thought it was really cool. I don't know. I just really like that ringtone part, honestly. I thought that was really cute and cool. There's honestly not much other deeper reason to why I like it. I just liked how they used the cell phone ringtone to make the song, and it was a cute little song because it's like, you know, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna protect you? And it was sweet and nice.
That could have gone a lot worse.
For the finale, Jailbreak. Obviously, how could I not? Tied for first, I'd say, with Line 3 straight to video. I mean, this is why I don't want to do it in the series overall, because I feel like I'm gonna choose the obvious like turning point episodes as my favorites, and like that's not fun. That's kind of lame. So that's why I'm kind of doing it by seasons too. But clearly, one of the best episodes, like big ass arc in the series, and like just I feel like I could do an episode or like a video alone about why I love this episode. But it's just like the introduction of Ruby and Sapphire, and like same with Full Disclosure, that song is a Steven Universe bop, just Steven Universe. No one else thinks it's a bop, but anyone who's in this fandom, like that's the song. It's so cool, it's so dope. I love all the remixes of it. Like, yeah, it's just big turning point, good song. That's all I can, well, that's not all I can say. It wasn't designed right. Jasper and Lapis's fusion, I can't think of what its name is, but I don't know, I feel like forcing her to fuse, it just, like I said, I think with season 1 Lapis, they just made her a very deep, rich character. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts on Lapis, but also not a lot. But I just liked that fusion and how it shows the depth it was about to add to her character by making her fuse with Jasper. You know, like I think just the introduction to them paralleling it to an abusive relationship, and like, you know, just like, you know, how like I said, spoilers, but just how that comes in later on in the series, and just it adds conflict, it adds plot. Honestly, like those are just like extras I like about it. But like, let's be real, Garnet's fusion, Ruby and Sapphire, and the song, like, beautiful.
I am a oh 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 no oh 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 oh.
And that is all I have for my favorite Steven Universe episodes. I will definitely do one for season 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof, I have so many to make. When the time comes, I can like, I don't want to wait till the series ends to do a favorite of all time. Maybe I'll break it down by like mashing it together. Is that repetitive? I don't know, but I will definitely do more of these because I love the series so much. I love so many of the episodes, and I get to talk about this on and on and on. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more Steven Universe stuff, let me know. I would love to make more Steven Universe friends, because right now I just have like 2 or 3, and one that I like spam text all my like freaking outs to. So I would love to make more friends. Let me know if you want to see more. Let me know if you want to, like, just let me know your favorite episodes if you actually like Steven Universe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!